Why hello there everyone, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and yeah, today I'm going to tell you a bit of a story. The story of how I became the Kumo Sensei. And this is a long story because I've been doing tarantulas and spiders for 6 to 7 years now. And yes, I do love what I do, and as a matter of fact, I'm very good at what I do. But this story is so long, I can't put it into one video. So I'm going to, once in a while, throw bits and pieces of my life. And then hopefully you guys can pick up the pieces and stitch it all together. But today I'm going to tell you the story of how I became the Kumo Sensei, how it started. So originally I actually wanted a pet scorpion because my mom and my dad, my parents, they wouldn't allow me to have any sort of pets whatsoever. But later on, they eventually opened up to dogs and cats. But back then they were not open to that at all. Now they did allow fishes and stuff or anything in a tank, so I wanted a scorpion. But here's the thing, I had no idea that tarantulas will be the thing that will come to me. Because one day I remember telling my friends, hey, I want a pet scorpion. And one of my friend goes, I have a pet tarantula. And then that's when it actually started my interest. He piqued my interest then. And then through online browsing, I found a person who was willing to teach me tarantulas. And that's how it all started. Now, eventually, that friend that I made online that taught me tarantulas, eventually he basically retired and left. So in the end, it was just me alone. And now he taught me a lot of things. And there were some things he taught me that were outdated, like outdated practices and whatnot, that were pretty much deemed not good practices anymore, but I'll learn that later on. But anyhow though, after that I finally got the courage and I bought myself 5 baby tarantulas, and that's how it started. Now here's the thing, when I originally bought those 5 baby tarantulas, they were about this teeny, and the thing was that I did not want it to be a tarantula breeder whatsoever. Tarantulas to me was just a pet, nothing else. And I told myself at the time, these are just pets. I'm not gonna, breed them or anything like that. Now, at the time, I wanted to be a voice actor. So, and yeah, there was that. So I practiced more into, voice acting and whatnot. But eventually, those dreams crashed and burned because I was in a small group on Discord with a group of about 8 people, so 9 with me included. And eventually, all 8 of them decided to actually give up, on voice acting. The reason why was because at the time I was a young teenager and they were in their late 20s going into early 30s. Some of them were already in their 30s, by the way. And basically their voice acting career wasn't going anywhere because the honest truth was that we were passionate, but I wouldn't say we were like the best of the best. But at some point you got to accept reality. And so basically they all left, and they left me behind. But the positive thing was that before we left, we actually decided to put all of our efforts into helping one person to have a chance of succeeding. And I made a promise to those people, my friends, that I will help that person for the rest of my life, which was a dumb promise, but I actually kept it, and I'm still keeping that promise now. But the thing is that the person we decided to help doesn't know. Yeah, the person we helped doesn't know that we helped them. Does it hurt? Not really. It's just kind of like, yeah, it is what it is. But anyhow though, after giving up on my dreams of being a voice actor, which there's a whole story I can make on that, but I will not in this video, I decided to pursue tarantulas. And to be honest, I was really depressed and I almost cried because actually I think I did cry because I feel like it felt like every time I wanted to achieve a dream or a goal, it just never worked out. And at the time, I didn't really have anything left but my tarantulas. You know, they say don't put all your eggs in one basket, but all I had was one egg and one basket. So I was like, if this is the only thing I have left, I'm not going to give it up. So I decided to try and pursue it. Now, before this, I actually already bred a tarantula already, which was my striped knee tarantula, and I sold the sack for $40, which that's a rip-off price, but I really couldn't care less. So anyhow though, a couple months later, I produced my first egg sack. I bought a pair of tarantulas, curly hairs, and I bred them, and I sold the entire sack for $500, I believe. And then I did a loan, and I got more babies, and then I sold those. And I made around $500 to $750. And then that's how it started. Now, eventually my dad kind of figured out that I was selling tarantulas, and he was not on board. As a matter of fact, my dad was so distraught about me doing it. He kind of rampaged through my stuff. But eventually, though, it got to a point where I could convince him to where, you know, he turned around basically. And that's really how it started. Now, I will not tell you the full story in this video because I'm just going to tell you how it started, which that is how it started, by the way. Anyhow, though, this is the beginning. And yeah, I'll tell you more of the story in bits and pieces, and hopefully you viewers can stitch the whole story together as the videos come, you know, together. And with that, I'm the Kumo Sensei, and yeah, I upload random things every single day. And honestly, that's about it. So please, if you do like this type of stuff and you want to know more about me, go ahead, feel free to ask. I'm pretty much open. So yeah, see ya.